Hello lovelies, I'm Angela and this is Parisienne Farmgirl. Welcome to my channel. A very special thank you, merci to Trade Coffee for sponsoring today's video. Since I posted a photograph of my lavender honey latte on Instagram last year, I have received so many requests to share with you how I make them. So we're going to start our day together with a sunrise on Lake Michigan. We're going to milk the cow, we're going to harvest the lavender, and I'm going to show you how to make my favorite beverage. I hope you're following along over on Instagram because that's where you and I can spend a little time together every day. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. As a mother and a farmer and a businesswoman with 6 kids, it's very important for me to get up early. It's my special time, it's my quiet time. There's a variety of things I like to do. Sometimes I pull weeds, sometimes I go for a walk, sometimes I drive to the lake and watch the sunrise, which is what I did this morning. I drove out to the lake side of the island, and as soon as I got out of the truck, an eagle flew overhead. In fact, it's this baby eagle that we've been watching grow to maturity over the summer. The sunrise was spectacular. There wasn't a soul around. It was just a beautiful way to start my morning. Of course, coffee is a very important part of my morning, and I love to roast my own beans outside in the summer kitchen. I do it outside because it is a very smoky process. If you'd like to learn more about roasting your own beans, be sure to visit ParisienneFarmGirl.com because I will be talking more about how to do that on the blog today. When I can't roast my own beans or when I don't have time, I'm really enjoying Trade Coffee. I'm really glad they reached out to me for this video because I'm absolutely loving the coffee that they're sending me. They did a phenomenal job matching coffee tastes to my particular palate. So while I love to roast my own beans, when I order from Trade, the roasting date is right on the side of the bag and it comes right to my doorstep, fresh from the roaster. Milking Fern is also a part of my daily morning routine. She is such a sweetie. She just stands there. She's so gracious. She's so giving. There's nothing, of course, like a home kitchen latte made with fresh cow's milk. Every morning, Ami Lee and I spend some time with her. We usually bring in about 2 to 3 gallons in the morning. She's such a peach. As you can see, my days are really packed. Some mom time, some milking, and of course the garden. Now it was time for me to harvest my lavender. I'm always torn with harvesting my lavender. I know I should do it earlier on in July when the buds are just vibrant, but I like to enjoy the color in my garden. So I usually cut some back in July and save a lot for later in the summer, like right now. So you'll see some of my buds are really tight and purple, and others are looking a little bit gray and dingy and spent, but I have uses for both of those. So today I'm going to infuse my honey with the fresh lavender, those tight bulbs. And in an upcoming video, I'm going to share with you what I'm doing with my spent lavender because it will not be going to waste. The way Trade works is you visit their website and you take a little quiz. Their approach is highly curated. So they're going to take the answers to your quiz and they're going to match it with coffee that you will love and deliver it right to your doorstep. Now, when we were setting this up, I said, you guys, I do love to roast my own beans. And they said, trust us, take the quiz. So I did. And this is what they sent me. They sent me Sparrow's coffee, the Homes blend, Homes, each letter standing for one of the Great Lakes. Did they have any idea that I am a Midwest girl and the Great Lakes run through my veins? Fill your cup with this craveably classic blend with flavors deeper than Lake Superior and longer than Lake Michigan winters. Never has an acronym tasted so good. This coffee is delicious. It has notes of toasted almond, cedar, and cocoa. They did a phenomenal job. So check the link in the description and get 30% off your first bag. And now this Midwest girl needs a lavender honey latte. So I just bruised the lavender a little bit to release some of the essential oils. And if you don't want to mess with lavender, you can always use a lavender essential oil in your latte. But I do love to harvest my lavender and use it for my honey lattes. This honey is pretty special. So we didn't keep bees on the farm this year. I just was too busy and I had lost my bees last year. But these hives that provide this honey that's sold at a local stand are actually very near my property. So I know that my lavender contributed to some of this honey. And making infused honey with your herbs and flowers is just this easy. Put it in the bottom of the jar, pour the honey on top, and let it steep for as long as you want. In about a month, it's going to be ideal. And at that point, you can remove the flowers if you want to. I just leave them in there because I think they're beautiful. For more on lavender infused honey and making infused honey with other herbs and flowers, be sure to visit PARISIENNEFARMGIRL.com when you're done enjoying this video. Now, a lavender honey latte isn't really as fancy as it sounds. It's simply a latte using lavender infused honey. I always get my cup nice and hot with some hot water because a hot latte is the only way to go for me. And then I just use a spoonful or two of the lavender infused honey. I put it in first so that the heat of the espresso can help to liquefy the honey and mix the taste in without disrupting the layers of the latte. On the website, you'll find more of my hints on how to make a fantastic latte. Maybe you'll learn something, a little technique, and maybe you can share some of your own techniques with me as well. Perfect. Thank you so much for watching. I sure appreciate you being here. And special thanks again to Trade Coffee for sponsoring the video. Be sure to look at the description of this video because there will be a link where you can get 30% off your first bag of coffee. And go make yourself a lavender honey latte and let me know how you enjoy it. If you enjoyed this video, I think you'll really enjoy this one right here. This one right here. Be sure to subscribe. A bientôt.